is expansive. Love is me merging into you. Attachment, addiction, passion, dysfunction is you fill my holes. With you, I feel whole. Without you, I don't. The way you treat me, the way you speak to me, the way I feel with you makes me feel whole. It's a beautiful recipe for disaster. It's a very, very luxurious path to misery. Because it makes both of you stuck in continuing to be and behave and speak exactly the way you are in this moment, because any slight change no longer fills the other one. And this is where love turns to hate. When we met, you told me I was your everything. You told me I was beautiful. You told me I was the best. You told me I was so important to you. You told me all of that, and I felt full. Now we go to a wedding, and you are looking at that other lady, and I get you to admit that, yeah, you were attracted to her. I don't feel full anymore. I hate you. Because that hole is now gaping in me. And it hurts even more than it did before I met you, because you had filled it so nicely that now when we ripped it out, it's like a gaping wound in me now. You told me that everything I did was perfect and wonderful. And now you didn't touch your dinner because there wasn't enough salt in it. And you told me that it was really bad. I hate you. How dare you? Right? You see how this happens? This was not, I loved you, now I hate you. This was, I walked into this relationship full of holes. You filled those holes. You gave me a very beautiful, but very precarious experience of fullness. Because that experience of fullness was like, it's like somebody sticking their finger in a dam. Well, you're only safe as long as the person's finger is still in the dam. The minute that person has to turn around and go to the bathroom, or scratch their ear, or pick their nose, or do something with that finger, the dam bursts. So it's a very tenuous safety. And this is what most of our relationships look like. And this is why when people change, love goes to hate. It's not that I hate you. It's that because of you, I am now face to face with these gaping wounds in me. And I'm furious at you because you had lured me into believing that I was never going to have to face them again. You had given me this false sense, but so beautiful sense of fullness, that for a brief moment in time I was unaware of my unhealed self. And it was gorgeous. And now here I am again, face to face with my unhealed self. And it's your fault. Because if you loved me, you would keep your finger in that hole. And even if it meant you never went to the bathroom and you never itched your ear and you never picked your nose, you would do it if you loved me. And since you don't, I hate you. And that's what happens. But it's easy to see, of course, in this situation, that there never was love. There was need. There was holes and pegs, and they fit in nicely together. for love to really be love that takes us to the ultimate goal of permanent happiness, it cannot be rooted in you filling my holes. Because it can also go the other way. I had a hole that I felt not beautiful. You made me feel beautiful. But then I do my own work. I start meditating. I go to therapy. I realize I'm full and whole and complete and beautiful on the inside, and it no longer matters what shade my skin is. And then I realize, oh, I don't actually like you so much. But it had just felt really good temporarily to feel beautiful, but I no longer need that. And now I'm not interested in you. And then you turn around and you say, I hate you. Right? Because I loved you, or I pretended I loved you. I thought I loved you. You certainly thought you loved me. Maybe you really did love me. Maybe that's why you told me I was beautiful, even if I was hideous. But because I was only loving you due to that hole in me, if I'm going to stay in love with you forever, it means I have to stay with that hole in me forever. Love based on that means no one can actually heal themselves. Because to heal myself is a threat to our relationship. And that is not love. That is dependency. I mean, it's all sorts of things. But it isn't love. And so real love is rooted in a wholeness of me, really loves expanding further into the infinite with you. That's what our relationships give us, is the ability to expand further through the other being, because each of us is a reflection of the divine, an embodiment of the divine. And if you can really love another being in that way, then through that being, you have the potential, the possibility to experience loving God, to experience loving the universe. But you have to go into it whole. Because otherwise, you can't let go and expand. Otherwise, you're contracted. So in order to find the permanent happiness or even the temporary happiness that exists in love, you still need to have your spiritual practice. You still need that freedom, because only that gives you the wholeness. Only that makes you free of your mind, which is what's creating the experience of holes in you. So even if your goal is only temporary happiness, through love, if you're going to experience real love, you can only do that when you have a real experience of yourself. And you enter love like that.